everyone, it's Kat. Sorry I haven't done a video in so long. Actually, we were having some internet issues because we somehow went over our monthly bandwidth limit and I couldn't watch any YouTube videos, let alone upload any if I didn't want to pay any extra. Actually, we did go over it a little bit and we owe an extra, I think, almost $20 now. But I blame Netflix for that. But anyways, so it's been about a week since I've been able to really go on the internet much at all. So here's my video for today. I actually, because of not going on the internet for a while, I actually managed to get a lot of crochet things done. So the first thing I'm going to show you, actually I managed to finish my poncho. Here it is. I'll move back a little so you can see the whole thing. Here it is. I actually happened to be at Walmart about a week ago with my husband, and I went to have another look to see if maybe they happened to have any of the old Bernat Softy Chunky left, and I couldn't find any. And then out of the corner of my eye, I noticed a giant, like, 1 pound skein of Bernat Chunky in like this color and this old style. And it happened to be the last one, so I grabbed it. And it's funny because I had been looking at the little like 3.5 or 4 ounce skeins because all I needed was one more little skein, and I had never thought to check the big skeins, and I just happened to notice this big 1 pound skein out of the corner of my eye, and it was the last one, so I got it and I managed to finish my poncho, and I love it, and I can't wait till the hot weather goes away so I can wear it out. Again, I got this pattern from YouTube user Susie QZ. If you're interested in the pattern, go to her page and send her a message and ask her for it. I'll leave the link to her channel down below. I made a little, some changes from her pattern because the collar was actually a little bit small, because I have this thing about things touching my neck. I don't like things tight around my neck. I can't wear like turtleneck shirts and stuff because I don't like things touching my neck. I don't know why. I just have this thing about stuff touching my neck. So I made the collar a bit bigger, and I added more rounds than the pattern called for because it ended up really short, like almost child size, and I wanted it a bit longer. I wanted it at least down to my waist, so I added a few more. And I'll stand up so you can see how long it is. The point just goes right down just to my crotch area. So that's how long it is. And I also wanted it long in the sleeves. I wanted it to be like at least elbow length. So I had to add a few more rows. That's why I ran out of yarn. So there's the poncho in the back up there. The second thing I have is a friend of mine shows dogs, and she has a large dog that she wanted me to make some Yoda ears for Halloween. So here are the Yoda ears. I'm just putting them on a bear just so you can see how they look. Her dog's head is a bit bigger than this, so it's going to sit a little wider, and the ears will sit up a little better on her dog, hopefully. She has it's called a curly-coated retriever. It looks just like a Labrador retriever, except it has really tight curly fur. It's not a very common breed, but he wins a lot of best of breeds awards. He's a really beautiful dog, and she wanted some Yoda ears for him. So the ear pattern I found, I just did some random Googling, and I found a random page where someone had posted a pattern for just the ears, because she had come up with the ears and stitched them onto a baby hat. So I just used the ear pattern, and then for the headband, I actually happened to find a few patterns for dog Halloween costumes on the Red Heart website, and there was one dog Halloween costume for, it was a devil costume, and so I used the headband horn pattern, and I just replaced the horns with the Yoda ears. So it's a headband, and it ties around the chin, and I think they look Yoda-like enough. They definitely look elf-like. I don't know exactly what Yoda was, but I think they look pretty close to his ears anyway. So those are my Yoda ears. The next thing I have is, this is my first attempt at thread crochet. I made little granny square earrings, and I put the hooks right in the corner so they look diamond shaped. So those are my earrings. They're not the nicest looking granny squares. As I said, this is my first attempt at thread crochet. I definitely could use some more practice. And they're not starched yet either, so they're kind of like floppy looking. But, so that's my first attempt at thread crochet. I think it's pretty decent for a first try. But as I said, I definitely could use some more practice. And I definitely prefer yarn to thread, I must say. The next thing I have is I crocheted this for my husband's birthday. This is a creature from one episode of Doctor Who. It was this current series of Doctor Who that's currently going on. There was an episode in the 4th season, which was just back in around 2010, I think, or 2009, 2010, somewhere around there. The 4th season, there was an episode where some woman from another planet came to Earth and was giving people this like weight loss drug, and then the fat in their bodies would like turn into these little creatures and like walk out of their bodies. It was really, really weird. And there are fat cells in our bodies that are called adipose, and so these little fat creatures that walked out of people's bodies are called adipose. And they look really cute and squishy, and they make like cute little like baby noises on the show. And my husband just thought they were the cutest thing ever, and he had been after me for a long time to make an adipose for him, and he actually went ahead and found me the pattern online. That's how bad he wanted it. And it was his birthday last weekend, and so I made this for his birthday. I have the link, I'll have the link to the pattern for this down below. I had a little issue with the hands because the pattern, I don't know, when I followed the pattern, the fingers just didn't work out quite right, and I had to kind of do it my own way. So the fingers aren't as pronounced as they were in the picture of the pattern, but I think they still turned out okay. And I love the little toes, they're so cute. And the eyes actually I think should have been smaller, but I haven't been able to find any smaller safety eyes around here. I have to keep looking or buy some more online, so the eyes are kind of a little big, but, and then the mouth is embroidery thread. So that is my adipose. And the last thing I have to show, also Doctor Who. I've shown this in a couple of other videos. I've shown my progress on my Doctor Who scarf. This is a replica I'm knitting of a scarf worn by the Doctor back in the 70s. I think it was the 4th Doctor in Doctor Who, back in like the late 70s, early 80s. He had this really long, multicolored, I think it was like almost like a 20-foot scarf. Like, he was 6 feet tall, and he would wrap it around himself a couple of times, and it would still drag on the floor. That's how long it was. This pattern's not going to be quite that long. It's supposed to be, when it's finished, depending on blocking and gauge and such, it's supposed to be between 9 and 11 feet. Based on my gauge, I've done some measurements and calculations, and it looks like it's going to be about 10 feet when it's done. And so far I've got about 4 feet done, 4.5 feet done. Because, okay, it's touching the floor, and I'm about 5'1", and when it's touching the floor, it's up to my chin. So, assuming my head is almost another foot, so this is about 4 feet long. I think the last time I showed you, I was somewhere in like this purple or green area, I think. And in the last couple of weeks, I've done from this green to this green. So I've done almost a couple of feet in the last week or so. And I actually did it while watching Doctor Who, because my husband and I we have all the DVDs from the new 2005 series till now, and so we were watching them and catching up because the new season's going to start next month, I believe, or the end of this month. So we were catching up, and I was knitting while I watched. And so yeah, This is my scarf. And that's all I have to show you today. And hopefully I will be back again next week with a bit of a haul video, because my husband and I have a week off next week and we're planning to take a day to go cross-border shopping. We actually live about an hour drive away from the Sarnia, Ontario and Port Huron, Michigan border. So, and my family once in a while goes across to Port Huron, and my husband has never been there, so we're going to go there. And there's a mall there that I've been to a few times with a bunch of cool stores. And I just noticed recently, because I was doing some Googling to find out like what other stores are on that road there where the mall is, and there's actually a Joann's and a Hobby Lobby, like I think right across the road from each other. It's either right, I don't think they'd be right next to, I think they were right across the road from each other, right next to the mall. So, two craft stores right there, so hopefully I will have a bit of a craft haul when I get back next week. And there's also a Walmart down the road from there too, so I might be able to find some yarn there too. And of course prices differ a little bit there than here. I think it's a little bit cheaper there than here. So hopefully I will have things to show you. I don't want to shop too much though, because I do have a lot of yarn here right now that I haven't gotten through yet. So I shouldn't buy too much, but America shopping. So Hobby Lobby and Joann's, we don't have those here, so I have to buy things while I'm there. I can't go there and not buy anything. So I might not have too much, but hopefully I'll have a bit of a haul to show you. And I guess that's it for today, and happy crafting, everyone.